or record on cloud. Okay. All right, we're recording. Everybody smile pretty. Anyway, yeah, that's so whoever can't see the meeting right now can come in later and watch it, which is really handy. So most of you know me. I'm Susan Stephen, the president of Longmont Artists Guild, and this is our February monthly meeting. And thank you for being patient with us, guys, because I know we keep switching formats on you, and we'll try this one, then we'll try this one. Hopefully Zoom will be our final home for a while, because it's going to give us a lot more time than we've had before. Not that we're going to take 30 hours per meeting, but we could if we wanted to. Yeah, so
you're going to provide pillows and blankets, and we could snooze.
Yeah, a glass of wine and just be all set. So we just had our board meeting about an hour ago, and we talked about a lot of exciting things. First of all, I should ask you all, can you hear me okay? Am
Yes.
I too loud? Am I yelling? It's okay. All right, good. So the first thing we should talk about is the Great Frame Up Show. How many of you are going to be in our show, the Great Frame Up? Deb, good. And Charles, yay. Okay, good.
I have Charles's application, and I have Deborah's so far.
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
Plenty of room.
Yeah, you should sign up. $10. I mean, that's not a lot to lose if you can sell some pieces or at least get them out there exhibited. You can put them in our online show as well. So you get two places, the in-person at the Great Frame Up and on the computer where people can look and shop and see what you're doing. So I think that's a pretty good deal. And you may win a ribbon or a certificate. We are hiring a judge. Dan Hollingshead will be our judge for this show. And sometime after we get the show hung, he will be going into the Great Frame Up and picking out the best of 2D, 3D, and photography. So we're trying to cover all the different categories there. And that will start March 6th, I think, is our hanging date, and go until like April 3rd. So it's a nice long show, plenty of time for people to see it. And Christina, who is our newsletter person, there she is going to send everybody a card to send out, an email to all your friends and family so we can get the word out. And you can say, hey, check out our show online or in person and buy everything you see. So
That
that's
comes up backwards, doesn't it? But that's it.
yeah, you've got it. Good. Yeah, it's really colorful and has all the information on it. So anybody have any questions about the Great Frame Up Show? Okay, if you do, or if you're watching this after we finish the live part, you can email any of us and we can.
Did you raise your hand, Janet?
Janet,
Sorry,
you're
I'm
muted.
stitching something together. That was me pulling a needle out of a hat.
Oh,
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 you were raising your hand. Okay, you
you
were.
can do that.
Second off.
Okay. We still need a public relations person. That person would be just responsible for getting the word out through, like sending an email to Times Call, or, you know, some free publications, just so we can let people know about our shows and our events. And you may have to put in, I don't know, a couple of hours a month at the most, because we don't have a show every month. So if you're interested, we would love to talk to you about being our PR person. And also we need hospitality. We don't need them right away because we're not in person, but definitely when we're having our shows, you know, for in real venues, we'll need somebody to kind of set up our tables and get the food organized, things like that. I don't know if you guys know Janet Buck, if you remember, and Janet had to move. You know, I'm like, ah, no. Besides her being a good friend of ours and mine, she did a lot of wonderful things for the guild. So we're really gonna miss her. And so we need somebody to fill her shoes. So one of the fun things we were talking about doing in the next month or two is having a critique. How many have ever been part of a critique before? So all it is you, especially now virtual, you'll send us a picture of a piece of art that you would like somebody to kind of help you with, or makes, you know, make suggestions, or tell you how wonderful it is, or whatever. It's not for picking on anybody, but it's to get some good feedback on where you're going with that piece. You may kind of be stuck. I get stuck a lot. And then you may just go, oh, if I only had somebody's opinion about this, you know? So we're going to be doing that either for the March members show or April. We'll talk to Janet about that. Because Janet's going to do a wonderful demo for us. So we're trying to figure out which month works. And so watch for that. We'll put that in the newsletter, and look at your stash and see what you may have or are working on currently. If you would like a piece to be analyzed, evaluated. I hate the word critique. It sounds like, oh, they're gonna pick on me for that and make me feel bad about it. But that's not what it's for. It's to help you. And it's free. We'll have a professional person come in and do the talking about our pieces. So anyway, think about that. It's coming up soon. Also, next month, the board is going to start talking about our June show. How many have been in the June show before? That's at the Boulder County Fairgrounds. And it's usually like the second weekend, and it's for like 4 days. It's not real long, but when we're in person, excuse me, we get a lot of people that come in and see the show. This year, may have to be virtual, but we can get the word out and get a lot of people looking at the gallery and seeing our artwork that way. One way or the other, we're planning on having the June show. So there's something coming up, and we don't know. Partly we don't know because right now the fairgrounds is closed until, you said March,
End of
Yvonne?
March.
Yeah, they said the end of March yet.
The end of March. They're still closed. I think they're still doing testing there, but of course their buildings are closed.
They are.
Yeah, so we have to go by whatever they dictate. But hopefully by then, we'll all get vaccinated by then, and we'll all be safe, I hope. I get my second shot tomorrow.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the one they say you get sick. So
I hear
thank
that.
Great.
goodness, thank goodness it wasn't today. I might not be here, but
I had mine yesterday. I've been fine.
your
No
second
My
one?
second one.
Oh, good.
Good.
That's good to
No,
hear.
nothing.
I've heard both. Either people get a
But
little
nothing
nauseous or
for
the
David.
chills or nothing, like you said. So that's great. That's good to hear. Cross my fingers. I'm gonna turn this over to Christina. She wants to talk about the survey that we just put out real quick. All right, go ahead and mute your mic.
All right, guys, can you hear me?
Yes. loud and
Okay.
clear.
Susan and I are in the same room, so we're doing some mic and speaker shuffle. Okay, so the first thing is I wanted to touch briefly on the meeting or the member survey that we sent out with the last newsletter. So we've had a really good, thoughtful response so far, but we need more data points to see a broader picture. So if you haven't already, I'm going to resend out that link coming up soon. So keep an eye out for that, or you can just go straight to our website because it's listed on there. But we really want to know how we can help you for 2021 in an atmosphere where we can't get together or it's really uncertain. So, you know, if you're planning to exhibit in person, how can LAG support you? And if you're planning to exhibit or show sell online, how can we support you in that aspect as well? So we want to make it a great value exchange for what you're paying for in your dues. So definitely want to hear your thoughts on that survey. The second thing I want to say is please make sure you look out after this meeting is over. You'll get an email with Nancy's awesome video links. So she is a machine. I don't know if you guys know this about Nancy, but she's amazing. She had her video ready to go a month ago. But there's lots of good information about her and her work that'll be on there. You may remember her piece Maroon Bells took second place in the Louisville Spring Show. So that'll be one of the links, but there'll be a few on there. So make sure you check that out as well. I think that, oh, the other thing, I know a couple of you guys have sent in blurbs for our member stories part of the newsletter. We love that, and we've had such good feedback on that. So, I mean, one line, if that's all you got going on, hey, I painted 4 trees this month. I'm really into trees right now. Like, I want to hear about it. So I can stick you in there and people can feel like we're all still human and working through this together. So any questions for me? Anything you've seen on the website or how the Great Frame Up was set up? Are you having any trouble with emails or getting the information that you need? If you've signed up for the Great Frame Up show, we're going to put you in an email list and more information will be forthcoming. But
I have one question, if I
yes,
may.
ma'am.
I just signed up for the Great Frame Up like payment. I did the payment, but I didn't see how to fill out the form online. Maybe I just didn't see it, but it wasn't attached to the payment page.
No.
So
It's not. Yeah,
Oh.
you'll have to go to the website under For Artists. You'll see the Great Frame Up Show listed right there. And if you click on it, there's
Yeah.
fillable fields right there on the web page. So once you click submit, that is your application.
I just didn't see it. Thank you.
Oh, okay. If that doesn't work, there is a download link, so you can just download the PDF and print it out or fill it out
I
that way.
did that. I filled it up by hand, but I think, well, online is.
Okay,
Easier.
I'll take a look at that. If you can, I mean, we can troubleshoot it later, but a screenshot might be helpful if you want to email that to me of what you see when you go to that page. That might help me figure it out.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right, anybody else? It's so good.
Yeah,
to
you
see your
entered,
faces.
Karen.
Oh, I love
You're
Sorry?
good. You're good. You're entered.
I'm good. Yeah, I just wondered where I could fill it out online, but
Okay.
I did by hand, and I made a picture of it and sent it to Yvonne.
Yeah, I got it.
It works.
All right,
Yay.
awesome, very good. All right, thanks, Doug.
And
You're muted.
speaker. Okay. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
All right. It's kind of weird to go back and forth, otherwise we'll get crazy feedback. Just a couple more things. Just wanted to thank Christina for all this work she's doing. Oh my gosh, this has been a huge load on her because everything is online these days. And, she is doing an amazing job in keeping it easy for the rest of us. She
Yeah.
does more with her little fingers and keyboard than.
Yeah, she's good.
So I want to thank Christina. I wish I could pay her $1 million, but she last newsletter, January, I think it was, or no, February, you saw the bios on the board if you saw the newsletter. So we each put in a little picture and a little bit about ourselves. We thought it was about time that you knew who we were. And so that was nice that she did that for us. And one last thing I want to mention is how many of you have gone to the St. Vrain School District Art Show for the kids? Have you seen it? And it's always at the fairgrounds. Well, the fairgrounds is closed till the end of March. After that, of course, they don't know. And the student show is usually mid-April. So the district decided to not take the chance and they canceled it. But it will be online some way, I'm sure, through the district. Maybe we can put that link in the newsletter once we know what it is. We're trying to find a way how LAG can help with the students. We usually go and we judge, we pick a few of the artworks, and those students will get a little gift card to Michael's. And, it's just a nice thing and something we really, really enjoy doing. But now we don't know how we can help out. So I'm going to call the district and just get some ideas, hopefully, and we'll let you know. But I just wanted to bring that up because I know I go to it every year. Of course, I've been a teacher in the district for 30 years. Nancy was a teacher too. She went through all of that, hanging the art shows, taking them down, a ton of work. But oh my God, the kids loved it.
It was nice.
kids so much enjoyed showing off. They were so proud. It was great. So anyway, I think that's it. Christina can tell you how to look at Nancy's how-to video that is wonderful. And we'll sign off after that. You know where
Well,
they,
it'll come in an email after this.
oh, after this, it goes into an email. Okay, so watch for that. And we'd love your feedback, so you get that survey done. Okay? So
Nancy, I just want to say I've watched your video and I loved it. You did a really great job and thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
yeah, she did. I loved how you did the fast forward at the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah, we've gone through a lot of different ways of doing it, and some are it takes too long. And a lot of people, when they watch a YouTube video, like them short and sweet. So we're still learning, but we've got 4 videos now on my channel of Nancy B. Champion. So I have 4. Yes, I've done 4 in the last 2 months. My husband's helped me a lot with this. And we basically worked with simple cameras like Wise cameras. And also we've used Open Shot, which is a free platform for video editing.
It's called Open Shot.
Open Shot.
And what is a Wise camera?
So that's what people are using for security cameras. But my husband was able to modify them to catch me when I'm doing movement in my art room to film at that time.
Oh, interesting.
Yes,
So that's how the time lapse was?
that's how
filmed?
we could create the time lapse. Yes,
Oh my gosh, interesting.
but he's had to actually go in the Wise camera and modify it, so it's not really supported by Wise anymore. But, and also we don't let the images go on the cloud. We capture them in our house because we
Okay.
don't want it to go to the cloud.
Okay. So
Yeah.
your other videos, how can we find them?
They're on my Nancy B. Champion channel. So if you do a search on Nancy B. Champion, that's my channel, and I have 4.
Would you
Nancy.
like us for the next newsletter to put that in the newsletter?
Yeah, I sent it all to Christina.
Okay, great. Well, thank you. That was,
Oh, you're welcome.
it's wonderful. It's really worth watching and amazing.
There's
New technique.
It's a lot of data. So, you know, when you make films, one of the problems that you have is you overload your computer data.
Yeah,
And so we've had to do a lot of improvements in where we put the data, how to get to the data, and how much you put into that program called Open Shot.
oh my gosh. You know what, Nancy? You could do a workshop for us.
Well, see,
And-
my husband's doing all the video. He's learned how to use Open Shot.
Well,
I'm just a director.
well,
I
you
direct
could
it.
you could be a joint workshop and even charge people for it, because a lot of people, I think, are making how-to videos now, but how do you make a
How we
how-to?
learn how to do it is by going online and watching the videos on how to do
On how to do
different
it.
things.
Yeah. Wow.
But it's
Well,
a great way
thank
to
you.
share with our family members too. You know, if you want to share something.
Right.
Because you
Right.
can take individual still shots from your regular cameras or your phone, and you can put them together to make a film. And the main thing that a lot of people with the filmmaking is you should just jump in and do one and then figure out how to do it better the next time.
Yeah,
So that's what I would suggest, is just try it the first time with your phone or your still shots with your camera, and then use OpenShot to organize it, add some music to it if you want to. And then the next time you'll know how to do it better, and you'll get
Right.
better each time you do it. Like I said,
Right.
we're up to number 4, and I think we've also done number 5, but
Wow.
now we think in movies. We think, oh, okay, I could do a movie of all the ones I did at Ecola State Park. So you could have still shots of your experience of visiting Ecola State Park with still shots of your paintings, and also maybe video, if you took some video with your camera, put it all together and you've got a movie.
Woo,
So you can start thinking in series and think about individual pictures that you've done for artwork. But I mean, it's a whole different way of thinking. It's a new
Yeah.
creative media.
maybe we'll see you on Netflix next.
Probably not. I'm not gonna be a sensation. I did get one artist that was in Portland, Oregon, make a comment on one of my movies, and I thought that was
Wow.
the most incredible thing that he took the time to do. Because most people don't do comments, but comments are very interesting because they give you some input on what to do to improve, just like you do with critiques.
Right,
Um,
exactly.
You learn from your mistakes or whatever, but it was just wonderful to see his comments.
That's so cool. All the way from, you said Oregon?
Yeah, Portland, Oregon.
Wow, amazing. So it's working. Okay, well, I'll let everybody go. Enjoy your week, your month. Stay healthy, stay safe. The end is
Nice seeing
coming.
everybody.
Good
See
luck
you
with
guys.
Bye.
Good
Bye.
to see you.
You
Bye.
too.
Thank you so much. Take care all.
Thank you. It's good to
Appreciate.
see you again. Good to see you, Charles. And Janet, oh, I love seeing people finally.
See you as well.
Real people.